Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to your daily Wallops weather briefing for Tuesday, February 11th. Still seeing periods of moderate rain out there continuing, which should continue throughout most of the workday today before it tapers off at around 6 p.m. We've already seen about a third of an inch of rainfall over the past several hours since yesterday evening, and we'll continue to see at least another half inch of rain as we go throughout the day as this moderate rainfall continues. Take a quick look at our radar this morning. There you see that large area of rainfall continuing to stream northeast across the Delmarva. Quite a bit of rain still downstream, and we are going to continue to see this throughout the next several hours, even seeing the intensity possibly pick up as we get towards the early afternoon hours. Can't rule out a slight chance of a thunderstorm too, but that looks only at about 10% or less at this time, and most likely time for that would be between about noon and 2 p.m. before this front finally drops south of us this evening, helping to dry things out as we go into tomorrow. Taking a quick look at our satellite also, we are going to just continue to see overcast skies as we go throughout the day today and into late this evening as we have this stationary front draped across the mid-Atlantic. And you can see there is abundant cloudiness across the entire mid-Atlantic region this morning. So taking a look at our surface analysis this morning, there you see that stationary front draped across the mid-Atlantic, bringing a pretty wide swath of moderate rainfall from New Jersey up towards Long Island and stretching all the way back southwest into the Tennessee and even down the deep south. So a lot of rainfall across the mid-Atlantic and portions of the southeast this morning that will continue to fall here at Wallops as we go throughout the rest of the day, and then tapering off around 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. or so as this front dips south, and we get some high pressure building just to the north of the area to help to give us a much drier Wednesday. Taking a brief look at our upper level winds this morning, we are seeing southwesterly winds at the surface up through about most of the column before they shift more westerly up at that 25,000 foot level. We're seeing winds running only around 10 to 15 knots or so at the surface, but then just above the surface they are moving pretty quickly between 40 and 50 knots at the 6,000 feet, then seeing a slight lull at that 9,000 foot level, and then running between about 50 to 70 knots between 12 and 25,000 feet, where winds are a little bit more westerly. Seeing a freezing level at 10,000 feet, which is rather high for a mid-February. Taking a look at our forecast for today, we're seeing those very mild temperatures once again as this pretty long stretch of above average temperatures continue. Very mild winter so far here across the mid-Atlantic, seeing that temperature running over 10 degrees above normal for today with a high of 59. That rainfall will continue as we go throughout the day, like I've mentioned, and seeing that rain end at around 6 p.m. and then continuing to see cloudy skies as we go into the late evening hours, and then possibly seeing just a little bit of clearing after midnight, but still going to remain mostly cloudy for our Wednesday. But we will be seeing a drier and a more seasonable day on Wednesday with temperatures cooler. Taking a look at our winds, we are going to see those winds remain from the southwest at 10 to 15 knots and slightly gusty throughout the late morning hours. Then they'll begin to shift westerly then northwesterly in the early to mid-afternoon hours as that front begins to dip south of the region, and then becoming northwesterly throughout the late evening period into the overnight hours, and seeing those winds running around 10 to 15 knots throughout the evening hours, maybe a little less than that. And by mid-morning tomorrow, those winds should shift northerly, remaining fairly light around 4 to 9 knots by 8 a.m. Seeing a low tomorrow morning of 41 degrees, which is still running about 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. Taking a look at our terminal forecast, we're currently seeing broken cloud deck at 700 feet, broken at 2,000, and overcast at around 7,000 feet. You can expect that overcast layer to dip down to 3,000 to 4,000 feet at times throughout the day today, possibly seeing broken cloud deck at 500 feet, maybe even slightly below that if we get into heavier showers, and that's going to continue through about between 4 to 6 p.m., and then we'll start to see those low clouds slowly dissipate throughout the evening hours, ceilings remaining around 5,000 feet through about midnight, and then after midnight we'll see those mid-level clouds start to dissipate as well, becoming few at 3,000, few at 10,000, and with some broken upper level decks by sunrise tomorrow morning. Still seeing tides normal this morning along the Delmarva Atlantic coast. Let's take a look at our short-term weather model here to show you how that rain will be streaming across the area as we go throughout the day. Just going to be looking at those light to moderate showers continuing, and then as we get towards the lunchtime hour, our short-term model is picking up some higher returns possible, and that's where we just have that very, very slight chance, only 10% of seeing a possible rumble of thunder, but like I said, looking unlikely at this time. And then those moderate showers will continue into the early afternoon hours, and it looks like that front's going to start to dip south, and seeing that rain dissipate between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. and looking at a much drier evening, continuing to see those cloudy skies through midnight, then starting to see clouds clear up as we go towards the pre-dawn hours of tomorrow. Taking a longer look at our extended forecast on our model here, there's that front bringing us that abundant rain throughout the day today. And then as we go into tomorrow, we'll start to see some high pressure build just north of the region. That'll help to dip that stationary front south of the Delmarva along the Carolinas, helping to dry us out and giving us a little bit of sunshine tomorrow morning. Also going to help knock those temperatures back down a little bit more closer to seasonable averages for our high tomorrow. As we go into tomorrow afternoon, that high is going to quickly weaken and move off to the east. That's going to promote a more southerly flow once again, and that front that is bringing us the rain now and going to dip south tomorrow is going to start to lift back north across the mid-Atlantic as a warm front. So we will see our low temperature early tomorrow evening, with temperatures rising as we get into the warm sector of our next approaching system. There's our next low that's going to be developing across the south as we go into tomorrow evening. And as we go into Thursday, that low is going to be approaching our region. We will be in the warm sector for Wednesday night, seeing some very mild temperatures and maybe some low cloudiness and some isolated shower activity. And then as we go into Thursday, we will be seeing that main cold front of that system approach the region, giving us a chance of scattered showers. There is still a little bit of uncertainty on the exact timing of that front, and that will be an impact on our temperatures for Thursday, and maybe even seeing a rumble of thunder if we get that front a little bit delayed. That would help to increase the instability, giving us a better chance of thunderstorms. But right now, it does look like that front will be crossing the Wallops region sometime midday around lunchtime, and then seeing some showers and cloudiness lingering behind there throughout the rest of the afternoon and early evening through Thursday. As we move into Friday, that front will move well east of the area, and we are going to be having a pretty cool trough start to dig in, as well as some surface high pressure, and that pressure gradient between those features is going to make it a little bit breezy. As far as any Antares launch opportunities, those winds are going to be looks to be at or perhaps just below our criteria for that, with those wind gusts around 25 to 30 knots. So, but we are going to be seeing mostly sunny skies, so that will be help us to give us a much better opportunity to start seeing some launch opportunities starting on Friday. And then as we move into Saturday, that high pressure is going to expand a bit and actually move over the mid-Atlantic. That's going to give us some chilly temperatures, finally maybe seeing temperatures below normal, opposed to our long stretch of above normal temperatures. But despite the chilly conditions, it's also going to be giving us dry weather and mostly sunny skies, and also very light winds. So for any Antares launch opportunities, Saturday is definitely looking like the best day due to light winds and hardly any clouds at all. As we move into Sunday, still going to be seeing some seasonable temperatures that are a bit chilly as we get some a little bit of a benign weather pattern setting up for Sunday, with some basic zonal flow and high pressure settling in. And then Monday we'll start to see those temperatures rise again ahead of our next system that will be impacting us early to middle of next week. So let's take a look at our overview of our 7-day forecast today. Expect that rain to persist throughout the workday today, then drying up overnight. Seeing mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. We should be seeing some sunshine tomorrow morning, and then those skies will become overcast later in the day Wednesday. Seeing a much more seasonable high tomorrow of 48 degrees. And then as we go into Wednesday night, going to be seeing that early low of 43, temperatures rising throughout the overnight period as we get a warm front moving across the region. And Thursday, we are going to be seeing the 70% chance of some showers as we're in that warm front, and then especially once we get that frontal passage, that's going to happen around midday into the early afternoon. with some showers lingering behind it. Also going to be seeing a very a much warmer day Thursday for this time of year with a high of 66. Could even see those high temperatures get close to 70 across portions if that portion of the Delmarva if that front is delayed an extra hour or two. As we move into Friday and Saturday, we are going to be getting that cold Canadian high starting to settle in and give us some much more chillier temperatures, more conditions like we would be expecting for this time of year with highs near 40 degrees for Friday and Saturday. You see that a very chilly low on Saturday morning, so finally seeing a morning low like what we would expect for mid-February with a low of 21. And then Sunday and Monday looking like pretty benign conditions with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, temperature near 50 degrees, and then our low temperatures will be near freezing for Sunday morning and Monday morning. That'll do it for your daily weather briefing. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 a.m. and at 10 a.m. Have a great day.